Hello everybody and welcome back to another Gordon Aviation YouTube video. And finally, we have Washington Dulles International Airport update episode episode 19. This has been almost 3 months in the making. I've just been waiting on new models. I really haven't had a whole lot of time. I've just been in and out of I've been very, very busy with school, my job, and all of that. So I want to make airport updates. I want to have one out like every other week or so. But that's getting pretty hard with my job, with school, with all that. So yeah, especially in the summer, I'm going off for spring break. So it's going to be a whole lot more logistically harder to make airport updates. But you know what? I'll push through it, and no matter what, you will get some form of weekly content, usually. But yeah, we have, I believe, I want to say 4 new models, 5 new models maybe in this update. I think around 4 or 5. So that'll be pretty exciting. If you do know, there is no GSC. I just really haven't had time to send it out. I did get a bunch of new stuff for my birthday, but I just haven't gotten enough time to kind of set that up and do all that, unfortunately. But we'll make do. A couple new models. Should be a really great update. I am just so excited to be back and making airport updates after my almost 2-month hiatus in Dulles and a month basically without airport updates. The Knoxville airport update I did was I think over a month ago now. It's already March, and it doesn't even feel like New Year happened. It's already March. So, wow, anyway, let's get started into the video today. Alright, and to start off our first aircraft for Dulles, today we have this United 737-800 in the Evo Blue livery, which arrived in from Jacksonville, Florida, and will head out to Tampa, Florida in about an hour or so. Speaking of which, I am going to Tampa over spring break. I'm not flying there, but I might be able to get a spotting trip done at either Tampa, Sarasota, or St. Petersburg, either one of the main kind of western Florida area-ish. So I will be pretty excited to go there for some break, maybe get a spotting trip done or something like that. So yeah, stay tuned. But anyway, like I said, the 737-800 in the Evo Blue livery arrived in from Jacksonville and will head back out to Tampa. And our next aircraft for this update, you never really get to see a straight behind angle like that, so I decided to try and do that. But here we have this United 737-700 again in the Evo Blue livery. He arrived in from Austin, Texas, and will head back out to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And here we have our first new model for today. We have this United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the Continental Airlines Heritage livery, which it arrived in from, Denver, Colorado, and will head out to, Seattle, Washington. And just pushing back for a flight out to Miami, we have this United 737-800 in the Star Alliance Evo Blue livery. It arrived in from Houston, George Bush Intercontinental, and will be it's getting pushed back out for a flight to Miami International Airport. And here next up we have this United Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Evo Blue livery, again, which arrived in from, he arrived in from Fort Myers, Florida, and he will go back out to Newark Liberty. And here we go, we have our second new model of the day today. We have the United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the Evo Blue livery. Probably one of my favorite looking planes and one of my favorite looking liveries. So very cool to see. Anyway, I don't really, we don't usually get a whole lot of 757s at Dulles anymore. We used to, summer period of 2019. I believe that was our high point for 757 flights. That was the last year aviation was kind of, at its peak normal. Don't know when it's going to get back to that level, hopefully very soon for the industry. It really sucks to see a whole lot of these airlines losing a bunch of money. But anyway, let's just say he arrived in from Dublin, which is an international flight. These used to fly, I believe, to Dublin from Dulles. It was either Dublin Dulles from Newark. I believe they flew to Dublin. Let's say he arrived in from Dublin, and we'll head back out to, let's say he's going to go back out to Madrid in Spain. I'm like 90% sure that was a route back in, summer 2019. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it was. But anyway, like I said, he arrived in from Dublin, and we'll head back out to Madrid in Spain. Alright, next up, our third new model of the day, we have this United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the EVA Blue livery. Another really nice model made by NG. Definitely took a while to get here, but I'm very glad to have it. But anyway, he arrived in from, let's say, he arrived in from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we'll head back out to Nashville, Tennessee. Alright, and here just waiting for an empty gate, we have this United Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the EVA Blue livery, which is currently arriving in from West Palm Beach Airport in Florida, and we'll head back out to Las Vegas, Nevada. And here we have a United Express Embraer ERJ-175 in the new livery, which arrived in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and we'll head back out to Detroit, Michigan. And here we have a United Airlines Airbus A319 in the new EVA Blue livery, which arrived in from, let's say he arrived in from Dallas, Fort Worth, and we'll be heading back out to, let's say he's going back out to Norfolk, Virginia. Only about a 50-minute flight, I want to say, on a mainline aircraft in the state of Virginia. Pretty interesting kind of route for just a mainline aircraft, even if it is a smaller mainline. Still pretty cool to see a mainline on a 40-minute route to a city with not a whole lot of demand like Norfolk. Alright, and our first wide-body heavy aircraft of the day today, this United Airlines 787-8 Dreamliner in the older Continental Airlines post-merger livery. I hope United gets around to painting some of their planes into the new EVA Blue livery eventually, because I want to see the NG version of that, or the Gemini Jets version of that. Whichever one comes first. I think NG have a 788 mold, I don't remember entirely. But anyway, it arrived in from Lagos, Nigeria, and we'll head back out to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Next up, we have this United Airlines Boeing 787-10 in the EVA Blue livery, which arrived in from, let's say, San Francisco, California. Yeah, they're starting to do a couple 787 routes domestically now. Pretty interesting. But he arrived in from San Francisco, California, and let's say he'll go back out to, Frankfurt, Germany is always a reliable route for these. So let's say he arrived in from San Francisco, and we'll head back out to Frankfurt, Germany. Next up, we have this United Airlines Boeing 777-200 in the EVA Blue livery, which, let's say he arrived in from, let's say he arrived in from Los Angeles, California, and we'll head out to London Heathrow. And here we have just a beautiful looking United 787-9 in the EVA Blue livery. Let's say he arrived in from Paris, Charles de Gaulle, and we'll head back out to Amsterdam. And next up, we have this United Airlines 767-300 ER in the EVA Blue livery, which just made it in from Honolulu International Airport. It's making it in. It's gonna find a gate soon, hopefully, and taxi to it. They're doing 767-400s usually on the Honolulu route, but occasionally you will see a 763. Not too much, but occasionally. So I decided to just spice it up a little bit and show off the Honolulu route that we do have. Usually some, I forget what schedule it's on. I think it's on like a twice weekly schedule. It might be like seasonal, but I did see it operating in mid-January for some reason. But anyway, he arrived in from Honolulu, like I said, and we'll head back out to Orlando, Florida. Yes, we are getting Orlando routes on heavies now. Pretty interesting to see. Wonder if they'll keep it up during the spring break period and all that. They obviously will, but yeah, it's kind of cool to see. We did have a cancellation in Florida with the temporary cancellation of the United Express service from Washington Dulles to Pensacola, Florida. We do have a temporary cancellation on that. Maybe we'll see it in the future, but I don't know. But anyway, like I said, he arrived in from Honolulu International Airport, or Mile High Aviation Airport, and we'll head back out to Orlando International Airport. I do apologize for it not being at the best angle, but it's what I can work with right now. Anyway, we have this American Eagle CRJ 900, which is running into Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and we'll head back out to Charlotte Douglas International Airport because that is really the only route that we do get on an American Eagle plane. We usually get E175s, and from Austin, maybe we'll get 737-800s on that route, or A319s, but it's usually E175s, so usually we only get, since like really two Eagle routes we get from those are to Charlotte and to Austin. So yeah, like I said, he arrived in from Charlotte Douglas, and he's going to be heading back out to Charlotte Douglas. Next up, we have the Swiss Airlines Airbus A330, which arrived in from Zurich, and we'll head back out to Zurich again. Swiss International have not officially started flights to Dulles. They were going to, I believe, summer of 2020, but we all know how that went. So I don't know when they're going to be at Dulles, but I did buy the model. I got it on a really good deal, like $32 about a year, I'm going to say about 9 or 10 months ago. Got a really good deal. Very, very glad to have it. And, I don't really have a use for it because, the Swiss don't fly to Dulles yet, but I don't want to, pay money for a model and not be able to use it a whole lot. Because especially the A330 doesn't have a whole lot of, aviation history with Swiss Airlines, but the AN225 does, that kind of thing. But anyway, he arrived in from Zurich, and we'll be heading back out to Zurich shortly. And just right over there, we have the Copa Airlines Boeing 737-800, which arrived in from Panama City, Panama, and we'll head back out to Panama City, Panama shortly. Next up, we really have one of my favorite airline liveries here. We have the Egypt Air Boeing 787-9 in the Egypt Air livery. It just looks so good. All the blues on it, especially with the Dreamliner, it just looks so good. But here I go from Cairo, and we'll head back out to Cairo shortly. And next up, we have this Etihad Airlines Boeing 787-9, which arrived in from Abu Dhabi, and we'll head back out to Abu Dhabi. Now that we're closely getting to the spring and summer months, the lighting in my basement is going to be a whole lot better, filling up the position of the Earth and stuff like that. So I do expect a lot more really good sunset views like this in the early afternoon hours. But anyway, here we have this Lufthansa Airbus A330-300, which arrived in from Frankfurt, Germany, and we'll head back out to Frankfurt. Next up, we have two Delta aircraft taking up one wide-body space. This is pretty common at airports with dual wide-body jet bridges. Sometimes they'll be able to park one mainline and one express and one connection aircraft on the wide-body stand. It's usually what they can do sometimes. But anyway, let's start here with this Delta A321, which should be in focus, which arrived in from Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson or Citrus Aviation Airport, and we'll head back out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson or Citrus Aviation Airport. And next up, if I can get it in focus now, we have this Delta Connection CRJ 700. Don't remember which release it is because I kind of got them mixed up and don't have time to look at the registration. But anyway, we have this Delta CRJ 700, Delta Connection rather, which arrived in from Minneapolis-St. Paul International, and we'll head back out to Minneapolis-St. Paul. Alright, and next up we have this Allegiant Airlines Airbus A319, which arrived in from Jacksonville, Florida, and we'll head back out to Jacksonville, Florida. Moving right along, we have this American Airlines Chrome Heritage 737-800, which arrived in from Dallas-Fort Worth or Red River Aviation Airport, and we'll head right back out to Dallas-Fort Worth or Red River Aviation Airport. Alright, and our final aircraft for the terminal section today, we have another new model. We have this Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Maryland 1 livery hardtail by NG. I have the old Canyon Blue tail by Gemini Jets. Now I got the hardtail livery, pretty cool, pretty nice model. Maryland 1's pretty sentimental to me. Hopefully, even though it is Southwest did repaint it. I'm hoping to get a Tennessee 1 eventually, hopefully. And so this plane arrived in from Chicago Midway, and we'll head right back out to Chicago Midway. And again, I do apologize for the lack of GSC, but anyway, we have this United Express Bombardier CRJ 200 in the Evo Blue livery, which arrived in from Columbus, Ohio, and will be heading back out to Dayton, Ohio. And here we have this United Express Bombardier -8 Q400 acting as a Bombardier Bombardier CRJ 200 today. It arrived in from Roanoke, Virginia, and we'll head back out to Pittsburgh International Airport in Pennsylvania. And here we have this United Express Bombardier CRJ 200 in the Continental Airlines post-merger livery, which arrived in from Knoxville, Tennessee. We are now getting CRJ 200s on that route. We got 3 daily flights. We have 2 on E-145s and 1 on a CRJ 200. And he will be heading back out to Chattanooga, Tennessee. And speaking of, Tennessee news and all that, I will be going to the Upchurch concert April 22nd, 2022. So if any of y'all are there, I don't know, let's meet up. I don't even know. We're going to unofficially hijack the Upchurch concert and make it a Gordon Aviation fan meetup. Brilliant idea. Probably going to get thrown out. I don't know. Going to do some, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, here right in from Knoxville, and we'll head back out to Chattanooga. Next up, we have this United Express Bombardier CRJ 200 in the Eva Blue livery, which arrived in from Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport and will be pushing back shortly for the flight up to Philadelphia International Airport in Pennsylvania. And here we have this United Express Bombardier CRJ 200 in the Eva Blue livery, again, which arrived in from, Asheville, North Carolina, and will head back out to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And here we have this United Express Embraer ERJ 145, which arrived in from Syracuse, New York, and we'll head back out to, Rochester, New York. There you go. And here we have probably the first time you've ever seen this aircraft, not in a collection video, and probably the last time you'll ever see it in an airport update. I'm still going to have the plane, but not going to have a use for it. We have this Antonov AN-225 Miria, the largest plane in the world, used to be the largest operational plane in the world, but anyway, due to its untimely demise in Ukraine, it was confirmed destroyed February 27th, 2022, and it was actually destroyed on February 24th, so it is very sad to see the world's largest plane, largest flying plane that was based on land go. Such a sad thing. My heart does go out to everybody in Ukraine. Fight for what's right, fight for freedom. It just really sucks that this war is bringing, at the end of the day, a plane is a plane. It can be rebuilt if it's not completely destroyed, but it is pretty tough for the photos that I've seen, but, human lives are obviously more important than a plane, but if you are in Ukraine right now, I don't know if any of y'all are, but my heart does go out to y'all. I'm praying for y'all. Stand up for what's right, fight for freedom, and so it is very sad to see this plane destroyed, but we must carry on with this airport update. And our last couple of aircraft today are in the maintenance hangar. We have this United Express Embraer ERJ 170, which arrived in from Philadelphia International Airport, and he's doing some routine maintenance before he heads out for a flight in the morning. And the next aircraft we have is this United Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Eva Blue livery, which, he arrived in from San Antonio, Texas. He's getting a tire changed and will head back out, to New Orleans in the morning. And so, that's basically going to do it for this Washington Dulles International Airport Update 19. So let me just give you a couple rundowns and plans that I want to do to Dulles. I want to have everything finished, like taxiways, reading the gate markings, like get a maybe like make my own custom terminal over there by October, November-ish of 2022. I hope I can get all that done. Really hope I can. I just want to do that in time for Dulles' 60th year in operation. It opened, I believe, around November 13th, 1962, I believe. So I kind of just want to, replicate that, get everything done around that time frame. So, but yes, it's been about a year since I started doing airport updates, and I've really enjoyed it so far. I cannot wait to make more. It's just like I used to make an airport update in like 10 minutes, 4-minute video. I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be over half an hour, if like 25 minutes to half an hour videos. So now they're getting really long, just because all the planes and stuff I've accumulated now. So yeah. Also, 2022 is gonna be a pretty busy year for me. I just have a lot on my plate this year. So don't expect though. I want to keep doing YouTube videos, but like there's just other things I need to do in life first. So YouTube's going to be kind of put on the back burner. That doesn't mean I'm going to give up. That just means that you might not see like an airport update every week, maybe like every other week or every 2 weeks. Every month I'm going to try and shoot for at least one monthly Dulles update and one monthly Knoxville update. If I can do more than that, then that would be great. But we'll see what the future has in store for me. But other than that, I feel like it is pretty much time to end the Square Aviation YouTube video. We've got a few trip reports planned. Not a whole lot, but anyway, I feel like it's just about time to end. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Let's try and get to 100 subscribers pretty soon. Like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one, whenever that may be.